guys, and welcome back to Kindle English. Thank you for joining my channel. You know what? Today what I really want to talk to you guys about, and of course give you some knowledge as well, and you can also still learn some English through this, is actually a topic that has been going on for a while. I think it was going on for about a week or two so far already. Based on what happened to George Floyd. But definitely before I start, I want you guys to subscribe, share, and like my videos. More and more, rallies have been starting, more and more parades and marches have been starting on since the death of George Floyd. First, the people of the US were fighting a pandemic. Now they're fighting off the police. They're fighting off the police that are doing unlawful things that don't make any sense. They shouldn't be doing that. I don't get it. Why are the cops doing this? So on May 25th, 2020, a man named George Floyd, all he was doing was going into the store, and all he wanted to do was buy some things, maybe food, maybe medicine, and apparently the owner or the clerk of the store called him out for using fake money. Okay, that might be a bad thing, that might not be a good thing to be doing, but it's all about surviving the pandemic. All he wanted to do was survive the pandemic with his family. So what he did was go into his car after he had paid for the things, I think, and it's still uncalled for. It's still unsure whether he really did pay using fake money or not, but that's based on the reports that have went viral on Facebook and things like that. So he went to the store, bought some food, went back out, sat in his car, the clerk called the cops, and he was automatically arrested. But of course, the altercation and the situation happened before he even got to the police station. The first thing that happened was, of course, he complied with the police. He was already okay with what the police were doing, to the point where he wanted to get into the car, or where they had to put him into the car. He didn't go inside the car. This is what hurt me the most. It really, really upset me, because I know this kind of thing has been going on for such a long time in the US. It's all about racism, and of course I'm not for it. Nobody should be for it, and neither of you guys should be for racism. But once again, in this situation, it had to happen all over again, and I don't like it, period. So what had happened was, the first two cops that arrived that tried to put Floyd into the car couldn't put him into the car. So then backup was called, and then backup tried to put him into the car. The one cop that was holding on to Floyd put him onto the ground, and then after that, his knee, or the cop's knee, was put onto Floyd's neck. And this is the part I really didn't like the most. And I bet most of the people in Minneapolis at the time that were around the incident, that were watching and also videoing this incident, didn't like it as well. So what happened was, he was pinned down to the ground. A cop's knee was put on his neck for about 8 minutes or so, to the point where Floyd passed out. He kept screaming, or he kept yelling out during that moment that he couldn't breathe. He kept saying, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." But none of the cops were paying attention. None of the cops were listening, especially that guy who had his knee on Floyd's neck. And even then, the people that were videoing the situation were also telling that cop that they're basically killing Floyd. But once again, like ignorant cops can be, they're not even listening. They're not even paying attention to what they're physically doing or not even physically doing to help the guy up. I knew up to this point that something was gonna blow up. Once these people that were watching were definitely going to voice their opinion. They were all saying, what you're doing, you're killing him, man. What are you doing? You're killing the guy that's on the ground. You shouldn't be doing that. But of course, like I said before, these cops were bad cops. These cops were maybe even racist cops that I don't agree with. Then, after that, the paramedics, the EMT showed up and tried to take the pulse from Floyd to see whether he was still breathing or not. And they took him to the hospital on a stretcher. An hour or two later, unfortunately, it was announced that Floyd had passed away. All because of this ignorant ass cop did not pay attention to what these people were saying. He probably was enjoying the fact that he had his knee on Floyd's neck. That's based on what I've seen in the videos that have been going around on Facebook. It looked like he was actually enjoying it, probably because he was told to. So at this point, I knew things were definitely going to go up and they were going to blow up within the black community. And once again, not to know it, not to realize it, next thing you know, a few days roll around and of course the black community, starting in Minneapolis, started going around rioting and doing things, vandalizing and breaking public property. And of course, they were taking things from the stores. Once again, that's definitely not a good thing to do, so don't do that. But they did that. They took their opportunity and they took what they thought was rightfully theirs in their hands. They were tired of doing this. And this whole racism thing between white people and black people have been going on for so long. Even after any of us could have possibly been born, this has been going on for so long, ever since black people and white people were put together on one piece of land. So after these few days, people started rioting, taking things from stores and doing all of these things. Maybe you guys have also seen these videos on Facebook and YouTube and all of that. So basically, it's just not a good thing to do. For the black community, yeah, don't do that. It's not a good thing. Even for Indonesians who decide to go there and follow along with that, don't follow along. It's not a good thing, don't do that. But they did that. Not too long after this riot and this chaos between the black community and cops, cops apparently started nagging and tagging onto people in general. No matter what race, no matter what color, no matter what background, they started pulling over people who were not doing anything bad. They could be lying, they could be forcing things on these drivers and things that were not even actually happening. Cops were trying to call out on people that were not actually bad at all. I mean, what's going on? I don't understand. Why are these cops doing this all of a sudden? Everything that has been going on just breaks my heart to see people actually getting into these kind of situations when they don't necessarily have to. But before I continue, definitely give me your comments and your opinions as to what you think has been going on, and let me know how you feel as well, okay? Continuing on as what I was saying before, I just literally don't like the American law enforcement at the moment. Well, at least for the bad cops. The bad cops that have been doing these things that don't necessarily need to be done, y'all have to stop. I'm sorry, but you guys gotta stop. You guys are supposed to be a good role model for the citizens of the United States, and of course that people that have aspirations that want to go there, you have got to keep them safe. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone else over there, but even though I'm in Indonesia, so not too long after, like I said before, people definitely started gathering together and starting marches for the Black community, where Black lives matter. And Black lives at this moment, they matter so much because of all of the things that have been going on at the moment. Not just George Floyd's life that has been put in danger in the hands of a cop, but there have been so many people over the years that have gone through the same situation he has. And most of them are unfortunately Black people that had to go through the situation. This has literally got to stop. What I'm going to show you are some clips that my mom has taken, because she still lives there and she had the opportunity to take these clips and take these videos and take photos of the people who are getting ready to voice their opinion on Black Lives Matter and how important the Black community is. So what I want you to do is take a look at these clips and have a feeling for what these people are doing to voice out their opinion and march out to the White House to make things matter and make things happen for the good of everyone. My mom has taken these videos, she's compiled these videos together to show you what has been going on. This was taken in DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. These people were gathering together and they were making signs as well as talking about how this march was going to go and trying to enjoy their time as the summer rolls through. And they were also going to march towards the White House to voice out to Trump that Black Lives Matter and what he has told the police to do was very wrong and very bad. All lives matter, Black Lives Matter, especially the Black community, so they've all come through, as you can see in the videos, that no matter what race, no matter what color, no matter what size or shape they were, they all got together and they all got ready to march for the Black community. So hopefully what you guys got out of this is knowledge that if you guys do plan on going to the US, you guys can go to the US without any fear. No worries about it. You guys can still enjoy your lives. But keep note that whatever you guys do, definitely stay safe and away from danger, away from things that can get you into trouble. Do not get into trouble, especially because you guys will be, first of all, immigrants, and you're definitely new to the country, so you guys want to make a good rapport for yourself. You guys want to be good in the eyes of the law. But if you do get caught by the cops for driving or whatever it is it may be, follow what they say, because you don't know whether that cop is a good cop or a bad cop. Just follow what they do and go to court, pay the fee that you gotta pay for, and then you should be on your way. There should be nothing wrong with what you did after you pay the fine. So, in my opinion, you guys can definitely still join in on different activities in the US if you go there without any troubles. No worries about getting bullied or anything about that. You shouldn't have to worry about that, because there is an Indonesian community over there. No matter where you go in the US, there are definitely a whole lot of Indonesians before that have already stayed there and lived there and can give you the influence and the support you need to have a happy life living there while you are there, if you're planning on continuing your studies over there. But for this situation, I am just seriously, I just don't agree. I literally do not like what is going on at the moment. I mean, the black community has every right to do what they're doing, to voice their opinions, to backlash on the cops because they've been doing bad things. And you guys can actually look at other videos from everywhere else on other social medias to see what's going on. But once again, not all cops are bad. There are definitely good cops out there that are willing to go along with the community and willing to help things get better, because the US and everywhere else have a whole lot more things they need to worry about, especially when it comes to the middle of this pandemic. It's so important. But I just don't like what's been happening so far over there with the law enforcement, because in my opinion, if you become a cop, no matter where you are in the world and in Indonesia, you're supposed to be a good influence on the citizens of the country. Not being bad cops and trying to get your way, trying to get money off of these people. I mean, come on. So once again, don't do anything bad if you guys decide to go over there. Be nice to people, stay away from trouble, be good to the law enforcement, even if the law enforcement isn't good to you. Just be as you are and try to stay out of trouble. So that's all for my video. Make sure to subscribe, share, like my videos, and continue watching. See you guys next time for the next video.